You may think that thing looks human, but we're created in the Lord's image. You don't think that's what the Lord looks like, do you?
This creature is intelligent, capable of understanding emotions.
It's remarkable. You really do believe you're looking at a real-life merman.
This may very well be the most sensitive asset ever to be housed in this facility.
The movie is at the height of the Cold War between Russia and America.
Their only concern is the asset. The Soviets want it.
Everybody is obsessed with getting to the future. The Cadillacs, the Jell-O puddings, the modern clothes. And in the meantime, there's this ancient force working amongst all that modernity.
The government is trying to figure out whatever this creature's gifts are can be utilized towards the space program.
We need to take it apart, learn how it works.
The story is about the invisible people, the help.
It's a love story between two characters not quite like you've ever seen it before.
It's a creature, it's a living, breathing heart. So beautiful. It's all I saw.
Get him out. What are you talking about? No.
With this story, the humans are the monsters.
I don't want an intricate, beautiful thing destroyed.
Guillermo calls it a fairy tale for troubled times, and it is very much that. I mean, not just then, but for now.
There's something really beautiful about it because what the story is actually saying about who we are as human beings and who we want to be as human beings.
The way it embraces love. We need this film in the world today.
If I spoke about it, what would I say? If I told you about her, the princess without voice, what would I say?
All right, folks, we are rolling.
The key of a movie is the actors. When I cast actors, I cast eyes. Whether it's the eyes of Sally, the eyes of Octavia,
Don't do this, Elisa. Don't do this.
the eyes of Michael, completely different eyes, and they suit the character. That's the shot.
You may think that thing looks human, but we're created in the Lord's image. You don't think that's what the Lord looks like, do you?
I wanted the creature to be of a different shape and a different color than any other amphibian creature ever made. So I said, let's be very pure on the beginning and do the creatures purely from a sculptural point of view. But it took weeks and weeks and weeks of sketching on the clay.
It was such a privilege for me to be privy to the designs and seeing Guillermo with the color, and it's like nothing else I've ever known. It's breathtaking.
This one has a little bit of Creature from the Black Lagoon in it. Guillermo loves that character. He's always said that's one of, if not the most favorite monsters ever.
The difficulty with this creature, it needed to be a creature you could fall in love with.
This thing has to be attracted to a woman. This lady falls in love with it. My directive was I wanted to make him handsome.
The design they came up with, my lips are a little fuller, strong jawline. The body they sculpted on me is very athletic. He's handsome in a fish-like way.
I thought it would be a really interesting in-camera technique to use UV light and UV light paint. Kind of produces that bioluminescent glow that sea creatures have.
On an opaque suit like this, a lot of people, when they see it light up, they think there's light bulbs in there somewhere, but it's really not, and it works wonderful.
As makeups go, this is a quick one. They've got it down to 2.5 hours now. That's ridiculously fast for this much of a transformation.
It's a very sophisticated full-body makeup. We've tried to design it to be as flexible and organic to create the illusion of something that's much more fleshy than it really is.
When I saw the creature for the first time, the fins and the gills and the scales, I mean, it looks very realistic.
He's not a monster, he's a god. And the way he moves is like otherworldly.
Doug, who's playing him, is just incredibly three-dimensional. I mean, he brings a real life to this creature. You know, you start to think there's real intelligence there.
It's remarkable. You really do believe you're looking at a real-life merman.
Three, two, one, ready, action!
Guillermo del Toro, he's an alchemist. He makes everyday things seem so otherworldly.
Let's find positions, please.
He's incredibly precise, and he has such a strong vision.
Yeah.
This movie is really different than anything he's done.
We are nothing. What can we do? We can do nothing.
He's a very unique artist. We get to see his imagination come to life.
The Shape of Water is a fairy tale for troubled times.
If I spoke about it, what would I say?
Cut! Take the game!
You clean that lab, you get out. The thing we keep in there is an affront.
When I wrote The Shape of Water, I wanted one character to be made by three actors. Octavia, Richard, and Sally are a single character.
Whatever this thing is, you need it. So, you just tell me what to do.
Giles. He learns about his relationship with her as the movie goes, how important it is to him.
Oh, God, I'm so proud of you. God, you're not afraid.
Eliza takes them on this journey of salvation.
I wanted to have characters that were marginal because all three of them are invisible, and yet they get together and they give the finger to the man.
Don't do this, Elisa. Don't do this.
Zelda is all about whatever goes on, she's invisible to it.
Octavia basically is Sally's running commentary. They are almost different sides of the brain.
Sally's character has a very unique stance. Her strength really starts to show when she's protecting someone else.
That's good. Looking like you don't know anything.
She doesn't know her strength, and that's what love does. She has to save the day, but she can't do it alone.
Our chemistry, it took on a whole nother life when we got together. We definitely become this one unit.
He's coming for you. You gotta go now, and you gotta take that thing with you.
Embracing the uniqueness of us all, and that is a huge strength to be worshipped and adored.
This creature is intelligent, capable of understanding emotions.
I asked Doug to join the movie because he is an actor. He's not a performer. If you don't have an actor inside that suit, you don't have a movie.
This is my 6th feature film with him. I'm so blessed that he trusts me with these characters that are so beloved to him.
You may think that thing looks human. Stands on 2 legs, right?
This creature is a presence. He needed to have a very strong ancient energy, and Doug got it.
Guillermo gave me the best notes. He says, he's a combination. You played the Silver Surfer. He's part Silver Surfer, part Matador.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
I said to Doug, you're gonna stand like a toreador. Very masculine in the way they find their center.
He's graceful, he's strong, he's athletic, and there's a sexiness to a toreador.
We need to take it apart, learn how it works. What happened? It's an animal, just keeping it tame.
The Fishman is more primal, more animalistic. He's never interacted with culture of any sort.
If you look at his performance, it's really remarkable.
I want to create a moment on film that will last forever, and he's that director that can make immortal things happen on film.
If you know something about what transpired here, it's your obligation to report it.
I play Strickland. I work for the government. I'm in charge of a very special project.
Their only concern is the asset. The Soviets want it. Do you have it?
Sure, I'm getting it back.
Normally, if we were doing this as a monster movie, the character of Strickland would be the hero, the square-jawed government agent, and the creature would be the monster. I wanted to reverse those things.
Did either of you see someone coming in or out of the lab?
Nothing out of the ordinary, no. For Strickland, it's about control and science and getting a leg up on the competition.
This is the most sensitive asset ever to be housed in this facility.
With Strickland, I wanted to write a bad guy with good guy moments. You give him moments that you normally wouldn't watch the villain go through.
You deliver, that's what you do. You deliver, right? Right?
Strickland wants to be perfect. He's a perfectionist, and he wants to be invulnerable.
He's actually scarier than the creature.
If you know something you're not telling me, you're gonna tell me. One last time. Where is it?
It's terrifying, like a monster that he needs to hurt and control others.
Oh.
Sit down! He's coming for you. You gotta go now, and you gotta take that thing with you.
He's gonna do whatever it needs to be to deliver.
I deliver. What'd you say to me? What did she say?
What is she saying?
If I told you about her, the princess without voice, what would I say?
I always loved the idea of a Beauty and the Beast story where the beast didn't transform.
He's had this vision for a long time. And he's wanted to do this story about a woman who falls in love with this extraordinary creature.
The shape of water is the shape of love. Love and water are the most malleable, powerful things in the universe.
They see a monster and she sees something else entirely. Love can literally break through walls.
When he looks at me, he does not know how I am incomplete. He sees me as I am.
This tiny character in Eliza without a voice, but she's got this big heart that radiates on the screen.
Don't do this, Eliza. Don't do this. He's coming for you. You gotta go now, and you gotta take that thing with you.
The creature changes everybody, good or bad.
It's the transformative power of love. She will stop at nothing.
You know something you're not telling me, you're gonna tell me.
The shape of water is a fairy tale for troubled times.
This may very well be the most sensitive asset ever to be housed in this facility.
This is what I thought movie sets would be like. Real, but still something else going on.
It just takes your breath away, and seeing the richness of it. The colors are like being part of a painting.
Marker.
We give it a beautiful fairy tale feeling so that the two most defenseless characters in the movie can fall in love.